I need you to understand, because this was one of my most important lessons that I learned from one of my mentors in sales, just in general. And it's really understanding what you are. And when I say what you are, I'm talking about what services do we bring? Like, what's so special about us? Because at the end of the day, if everyone has access to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, FHA, what's the difference with you? Really what it comes down to then is that price. And sometimes as a sales representative, the last thing we want to do is race to the bottom for price, because ultimately that's not going to build you the relationship that you need to foster the loyalty that you need to make sure that deal sticks all the way through. And more importantly, it's not going to create that type of relationship where you are influencing them to refer you to other people. And I think that in itself needs to be understood before we can actually even have the audacity to go ahead and ask for business from other people. And so how it translates is outside loan programs, like non-QM programs, programs that allow homeowners who traditionally would not be qualified through Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, or FHA, programs like bank statement only programs or stated loan programs or equity share programs. These are the non-QM programs that become your valuable resource. These become the reason as to why someone would want to do business with you, or how you have this exclusive access to programs that are helping people. And the question is, do I roll it out that way? Do I roll it out exactly how the loan program shows on my rate sheet? I would strongly recommend you do not. Because chances are the way that it shows on your rate sheet or the loan program that your company calls it, another lender probably calls it that way too. You know, yesterday I did a premiere video on YouTube and also Facebook. And one of the shares had to do with, you know, how do you update your prospect if the market improves? And you have a choice. You could be like every other loan officer out there, every other marketer out there, and say, hey, you know what, the market just improved. Let's go ahead and revisit your application to see what I could do today. And what I'd found with that type of approach is that you're just going to sound like everyone else, right? And so the last thing I want you to do is sound like your competitors. If anything, I want to be able to help you make noise in a different way. And so I would recommend that you get creative and you actually take some time, because you only need to do it right once. And when you do it right the first time and you see some traction, you can then tweak it. Whereas if I called you and I was just talking about 30-year fixed, everyone has a 30-year fixed. But if I told you, hey man, I got access to this one program that actually helps homeowners get qualified who are self-employed and don't necessarily need tax returns. Here's the thing. When I work with homeowners who are self-employed, what I have found is that a lot of them don't qualify because they write off everything but water. Fortunately, I have this program that enables them to become homeowners or become, buyers, or to get qualified without any delay and with minimal paperwork. Ultimately, what you're talking about are these non-QM programs that are okay to lend based on equity or lend based on bank statements or deposits. And with your access to these programs, that positions you in a more unique, favorable way. And I just want to share with you, you got to understand your leverage also, because when you understand your leverage and what you bring to the table, then you can open your eyes and start getting creative with the use of technology and the resources we have today.